This is the story of the goddess and the ghost. The temple of goddess Varalakshmi was outside the village. It was the richest one amongst the temples of the area. The deity was decorated in gold and jewels, and she looked beautiful and compassionate. A little away from the compound of the temple, there was a big banyan tree which gave shelter not only to hundreds of birds but also to a friendly spirit. Often the goddess Varalakshmi used to come to the goal and spend some time discussing in various human problems. One day the goddess said with a sense of satisfaction, "The villagers here are really devoted and very sincere. They came to me with so many gifts and such devotion that it is all only a show, believe me, O goddess. These human beings are merely selfish creatures. Their devotion and love can be purchased with the lure of money," interrupted the spirit. Varalakshmi refused to believe the spirit. "I shall prove to you one day that man is a noble and devoted creature," the goddess challenged. And the spirit accepted the challenge, saying, "I too shall try to disprove you." After a couple of days, the goddess selected one of her ardent devotees and appeared in his dream one night. "Satyam, I am goddess Varalakshmi. I have come to grant you your prayer for a good job, as I am pleased by your devotion to me. Go to the temple treasurer in the morning and ask him for a job. He shall honor my word," said the goddess. Satyam woke up early next morning with great joy. He approached the treasurer and told him about the deity's command. The treasurer Ketan was shocked to hear Satyam that night. He too had dreamt about Varalakshmi, who had asked him to give a job to Satyam, but unwilling to share his loot of the temple offerings with anyone. He had conveniently brushed aside the dream, justifying to himself, "It is all my imagination. How can the goddess come to me and say such things?" But now the truth of his dream was confirmed by what Sacham said. The treasurer feigned innocence and said, "I would have given you the job had you come a day earlier. Just last night I promised to give it to Pu Kantarao. I am sorry." So saying, he left Satyam to his disappointment and went straight to the temple and prayed for her forgiveness. That very night, the spirit approached Satyam and told him, "Satyamji, I feel very sorry for you. The goddess could not help you, but I shall see that you become rich in no time. Tomorrow, I will possess the daughter of the village chieftain, and I will not leave her until you come and offer to treat her. People will think that you are a great exorcist, and you will become famous overnight." Next day, everyone in the village came to know that the village chieftain's daughter was violently possessed by a spirit, and many an exorcist was being called for the treatment. Satyam decided to wait for 2 days before offering his services, because he wanted to be sure if what the spirit had said was true. Goddess Varalakshmi came to know that Satyam had accepted the help of the spirit. She went to him the next night and said, "Satyam, do not come under the evil influence of the spirit. I have arranged for your job with Suresh Seth. He is my good devotee. He will not fail me, and I assure you." Then she went to Suresh Seth and commanded him to employ Satyam, for which he would be amply rewarded. Satyam, once again hopeful, approached Suresh Seth with the request for a job and then told him about his dream. "A dream is only a dream. So why should I oblige this chap with a job, even if Varalakshmi, presuming that it was truly Varalakshmi who had come in my dream last night, has told me to do so?" thought Seth. "I have no job for you. You may look for it elsewhere." The humiliation was unbearable, and Satyam lost all his faith in the goddess. He returned home, resolving that never again will he go to the deity who seemed to be playing with his emotions. That evening, Suresh Seth went to the temple with big garlands and lots of fruits and told the deity, "O goddess mine, I feel extremely guilty for not having obeyed you, but how could I help it? Just 2 days before I transferred all my property to my wife's name, and I have nothing left for myself. I have when I told her about your command. She said that I was putting forth false excuses in order to get back the property. So, pardon me, Goddess Varalakshmi." The goddess knew that Suresh Seth was lying, and yet out of her immense compassion, she pardoned him. Meanwhile, Satyam went to the village chieftain's house and, with the cooperation of the spirit, relieved the possessed daughter. He felt happy at his success and was grateful to the spirit for his unfailing help. Satyam came to be known as a great exorcist, and the fame soon spread to the neighboring villages too. It so happened that after some days, the daughter of a rich landlord of a neighboring village got possessed by a spirit. Satyam was expecting such a thing because the spirit had already informed him about this move of his. The landlord sent word for Satyam to come. Satyam went to the landlord's house and he was given a warm welcome. When he entered the room of the landlord's daughter and began acting like an exorcist by chanting some incantations, the spirit revolted and suddenly started shouting at him as never before. I am enjoying my stay here, you fool. I love the good food and the luxury around. I have decided to possess this lady for good. Abandon all your tomfoolery and quit the place. I am not going to cooperate with you anymore. Satyam was struck dumb. He could never imagine that the spirit would be so rude to him and leave him in the lurch. Disappointed, he returned home. He could hear the villagers scoffing at him. The patient goddess again appeared in Satyam's dream at night and said, "Did I not warn you not to get tempted by the evil spirit? He won you over by brief success and now he has thrown you out. That is how the evil spirits work. Well, I can still help you out of the situation if you are ready to do what I say." She then told him in detail what to do and then disappeared. Next morning, Satyam took the big glass bottle given to him by the goddess and went to the landlord's house. The spirit, as soon as he saw the bottle, got tempted and exclaimed, "What a beautiful bottle, and how very wonderful is the silken swing inside the bottle. I wish I could." As the bottle was a magic one, the spirit could see in it an illusion of a silken swing. "I have come to present this to the landlord for his kind hospitality," said Satyam. "What use is it for me or for any other human being? We do not know how to get inside the bottle and enjoy the swing. It is said that whoever will swing inside will be able to take any form he or she desires. I want to become a beautiful lady for the rest of my life. So I will." Saying so, the spirit immediately entered the bottle in the form of smoke. Instantly, Satyam sealed the bottle and the spirit got entrapped for good. Satyam left this dangerous game of acting as an exorcist after this and decided to devote himself to an honest living with the blessings of Goddess Varalakshmi. The goddess had also come to understand that man is basically good, but he is very weak and is easily enslaved by money and power.